American Reading, I'm going to be reading Bark, George by Jules Feiffer. Aw, look at the little George. Isn't he so cute? George's mother said, "Bark, George!" And George went, "Meow." "No, George," said George's mother. "Cats go meow, dogs go arf. Now bark, George." George went, "Quack, quack." "No, George," said George's mother. "Ducks go quack, quack, dogs go arf. Now bark, George." And George went, "Oink." "No, George," said George's mother. "Pigs go oink, dogs go arf. Now bark, George." George went, "Mrrr." George's mother took George to the vet. "I'll soon get to the bottom of this," said the vet. "Please bark, George." George went, "Meow." The vet reached down deep inside of George, and here's a picture of the vet reaching inside George's mouth and pulled out a cat. Meow. "Bark again, George." George went, "Quack, quack." The vet reached deep, deep down inside of George's mouth. There he goes again. And he pulled out a duck. "Bark again, George." And George went, "Oink." The vet reached deep, deep, deep down inside of George's mouth. There he goes again. And pulled out a pig. "Bark again, George." And George went, "Moo." The vet pulled out his longest latex glove and then reached deep, 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 deep down inside of George's mouth. Look at that, he's almost halfway inside. Can you figure out what he did? Can you figure out what the vet did? Let's use that thinking cap. Did you say, "And he pulled out a cow"? If you said cow, give yourself one big high five or a nice pat on the back. "Bark again, George." And George went, "Arf." George's mother was so thrilled that she kissed the vet and the cat and the duck and the pig and the cow. On the way home, she wanted to show George off to everyone on the street, and she said, "Bark, George." And George went, "Hello." There you go. Bark, George by Jules Feiffer. Oh, that's a nice rock. Hey, what are you doing here?
What are you doing?
I'm collecting rocks. We're going to be making Stone Age Rice Krispie treats. Let's make a mess. Hey, Record Readers, it's me, Zetz. Today here, we're going to be making Stone Age Rice Krispie treats using stones. This recipe is inspired by stone soup. Stone soup is a classic fairy tale told in a lot of different cultures and in a lot of different ways. The idea is two hungry beggars go into a town and they're starving. And they go door to door to door to door asking for a little food. Everybody turns their back on them. So at the loudest voice they have, they go into the middle of the village and they scream, "We are expert cooks and we are going to be making stone soup." Stone soup? All the villagers, what is stone soup? I gotta find out. So they leave their house and these guys have the giant pot on the fire and they're cooking 3 big stones into the soup. I wonder what stone soup tastes like. And they go, "Well, this stone soup is gonna be really good, but you know what? A carrot would make it even better." And one of the villagers go, "I have a carrot, here you go." And they're like, "Oh, thank you." They chop it up, they throw it in there. The carrot made it sweet, but some celery would be really nice. "Oh, I have a celery, here you go." They chop it up, put it in the soup. "You know what, now this needs a little potato in it." Oh, another villager, "I have potatoes." And then all of a sudden, every villager in town starts bringing something to put into the soup. And at the end of it, they sit down together as a giant group of people because they share and all shared the meal together. That's a really shortened version of it, but you can find in every different culture a similar story. So go to your public library and ask them if they have a copy of Stone Soup. Today, we're going to be making some Cocoa Pebble treats, not Rice Krispy, to stick with our stones. And then we're going to top it off with a little layer of fudge and some dinosaur eggs. All right, let's make a mess. Yabba dabba doo! This is great to do with the biggest pot you have and the longest spoon. You can have the kids come with you and they can help stir the butter. We're just trying to brown it out a little bit to give it a little more flavor. And from there, we're just gonna pour 2 small bags of marshmallows. We've actually turned the heat off for a little bit to let the residual heat. Don't wanna overcook our butter. Still enough heat that it's gonna give our mini marshmallows a nice little melt. And if I need to, I can always turn the heat back on. Now, whole box. Some of our rocks. If you want more chocolate, even add more chocolate chips. Oh, chocolatey goodness. Looks like dinosaur poop. I ate one of the chocolate rock pieces. Oh, those are so tasty. For the fudge, you need 2 cups of chocolate rocks, and if you don't have enough chocolate rocks, you can substitute milk chocolate chips. 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Measure with your heart. Oops. Hey parents, can you keep a secret? I got these, and this is what I used for my rocks that I found. April Fools. All right, after you've had it in the fridge, it's gotten nice and solid. There you have it, cut it into pieces, and here you go. Stone Age Rice Krispie treats. Cocoa Pebbles filling, some chocolate rocks in it, a nice chocolate rock fudge. Let's give it a taste. Oh my god, that is so rich. It's so delicious. Ooey gooey marshmallow, because if we overput marshmallow, the super rich chocolate fudge, and then you get that little crispy bits from the rock in it. Don't chip a tooth. Make sure you brush your teeth after. All right, record readers, happy April Fools. Make sure to stay safe and have fun. All right, since Miss Sarah couldn't be here, I'm gonna do a little sing-along. Are you ready to join me? This is called The Song That Doesn't End. You ready? This is the song that doesn't end, and it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it not knowing what it was, and they just kept on singing it forever just because it is the song that doesn't end, and it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it not knowing what it was, and they just kept on singing it forever just because it is a song that doesn't end. And it goes on and on, my friend. Make sure to stay safe and have fun!